Hey, this is Stacy from Let's Cook, y'all. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new, welcome. We're really glad you're here. We hope you'll get some ideas for meals at your house this week. We are back with a new week of What's for Dinner. Come along and we'll show you what we made. We've got a couple of quick product reviews and a surprise visit and meal at the end. Thanks for stopping by. First up is a quick and easy dinner. I had some fresh asparagus in the house. I don't know about you guys, but I find asparagus to be fairly perishable. Not as much as raspberries, but pretty perishable. So as soon as I buy it at the store, I store it in a cup of water and try to use it. I usually take each piece and snap the end off to get that woody piece. And then I took some onion and cut it up. I also had thawed out 2 chicken breasts. I know you can buy chicken tenders, but I don't usually pay someone else to do that. I'm pretty good with a knife and happy to cut the tenders myself. The recipe that I'm using required just a seasoned flour, so I mixed up what seasonings I felt like: salt, pepper, some Mrs. Dash chicken. I don't think I added anything else. This one did not use an egg wash. I just breaded the chicken strips, heated up my skillet, added some olive oil, and browned the chicken. In the meantime, I started a new experiment. I wanted to try asparagus in the air fryer. Mine took 8 minutes total. I like to serve this chicken over some kind of pasta or rice. I had some orzo in my pantry, so I got a cup of that going in some boiling salted water on the stove. I cooked my chicken tenders in batches. The goal here is to brown them well on both sides, not necessarily cook them all the way through. We're going to do that in the pan sauce that we're fixing to make. In the same skillet I used to brown the chicken tenders, once I removed them, I added a little bit more oil and then the diced red onion that I had cut up. The goal here is to get it soft and translucent, and we're going to go ahead and build the rest of the pan sauce. I mixed up some chicken broth using Better Than Bouillon paste and water in my microwave. I added that and used my flat whisk to deglaze the bottom of the pan and get all those little bits up. We're going to cook this a little bit until it starts to thicken. It should take about 5 to 6 minutes for the broth to thicken, but I'm kind of in a hurry, so I'm going to add a little of the flour left over from dredging the chicken and speed it along a little bit. This recipe calls for honey Dijon, which I don't have, so I just measured out some Dijon. I'll mix up a little honey and we will thicken the sauce. Skillet honey Dijon chicken over orzo. I tried roasted asparagus in the air fryer. I think it only took about 8 or 9 minutes. And a salad. You know we love salads, so we will, well, Tim's gonna help himself. Oh, yeah. Fix our plate. I like the sauce over pasta or rice, so I picked pasta shaped rice, or rice shaped pasta. I'll show you a picture of our plates. That's what's for dinner tonight. Our last shopping trip to Sam's Club, I found this, I guess it's Kronos brand, Korean beef barbecue strips, hopefully like a bulgogi. It came with 2 large packages and 3 different ideas of how to serve it on the back, and I ended up choosing the bowl type option. I started off with the meat, got a pan hot, added some oil, and started browning the strips in batches. had my skillet up a little too high. These cooked a little fast. They were a little overcooked and dried out. That was totally user error on my part, so note to self, Stacy, turn the skillet down next time. Y'all know me, I love my gadgets, so for this meal I use not only my air fryer, but also the Instant Pot for doing the rice. Our Asian meal this week is brown rice that I made in the Instant Pot, some egg rolls that I did in the air fryer, along with some crab rangoon in the air fryer, some edamame because I don't have any broccoli, and that got to have something green or relatively healthy with all the fried stuff. And this is the packaged Kronos Korean barbecue bulgogi meat from Sam's Club. We do like the gyro meat. I think I overcooked it. I got busy working on the other components. It's probably a little overdone. That's user error on my part, but we will leave a comment as to whether we like it or not. So we're just going to assemble a bowl or a plate, and we'll show you a quick picture. That is what's for dinner tonight. We're still loving the air fryer. Tim took some frozen waffles that I had bought and heated those rather than doing the toaster oven. He did them at 360
for 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes.
And I turned them with 2 minutes remaining.
So you turned them at 3 and then did 2 on the other side, and they're hot all the way through?
And they're hot all the way through.
Awesome sauce. We love our air fryer. I like waffles because you have more places for butter and syrup.
Is that the reason you like them?
It is.
You know why I like them?
You like pancakes.
You know why I like waffles? Because they taste good.
They taste good. I had some of the Skillet honey Dijon chicken strips over orzo for my lunch one day, and rather than taking the rest of them and just heating them up for lunches, I decided to wipe some of the sauce off. They're basically just chicken tenders that I cooked, breaded lightly and cooked in the pan sauce. I had found a recipe online, and I will leave a link to that below, where you cooked your own chicken tenders and then wrap them up with some cheese in crescent rolls. And I have some crescent rolls on hand that I wanted to use. I was planning on doing pepperoni crescents, so rather than doing the entire can of crescent rolls with just pepperoni, I did half with these chicken tenders and some sliced half mozzarella cheese sticks and roll them up in the crescent roll dough. For the half batch of the chicken parm ones, I mixed up some mayonnaise with some shredded Parmesan cheese to go inside. Sorry about the bad camera placement. I realized you couldn't see as well in the back once I started editing this video. These are the pre-cooked chicken tender strips. I just laid them on the long end of a crescent roll triangle, put the mayonnaise and parm mixture on top, and then came back and topped with a piece of this mozzarella string cheese. Same principle to make the pepperoni crescents. I just took 3 slices of pepperoni and then cut up some more string cheese and rolled each one of them up to go in the air fryer. You can also do these in the oven. Remember, pretty much anything that you can cook in an air fryer can easily be substituted in the oven. I rolled each of them up. I have done these before in my air fryer and also in the oven, and I've learned it's better to tuck in the ends and seal the seams as much as you can. This string cheese tends to melt, and at least in the air fryer it gets out all gooey in my basket. Tends to make a little bit of a mess, but they cook so much quicker in the air fryer because I don't have to wait for my oven to preheat. I brush the tops with melted butter. For the pepperoni crescents, I just left them plain with melted butter. On the chicken parm ones, I put some more shredded parm on top. I cook these at 350, 7 minutes in my air fryer. Some quick crescent rolls in the air fryer. 4 of them have like a chicken parm, and we will dip them in marinara, and the other 4 are pepperoni crescents. And everything that we make in our air fryer is listed in a document at our website. I always leave a link to it. I made us a salad to split, and I'm going to have some fruit, and we've got marinara to dip them in. So crescent rolls stuffed 2 ways. from the air fryer is what's for dinner tonight. After 20 minutes, I think I'm gonna let it go a little longer. It's more like soft serve. That's not thick enough for you?
I like mine thicker.
Okay, then we're gonna put it in the tovolo and freeze it.
What you're saying is we're gonna put it in your red bowl?
It's called a tovolo.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Would you like to lick the little
The
thing?
way I pronounce it is red bowl. You don't think red bowl works? Okay then, tovolo it is.
What do you call that? How you pronounce it? I have no idea how to
I
pronounce
call that white lid.
it. It may not all fit. I may have to get a Pyrex. Do you want to lick the beater thingy? Did you ever lick the beaters on the other kind growing up?
I don't think so.
That's just with brownies and cake that you lick the beaters.
Maybe lick the bottom of the bowl when it's finished.
Those things called.
Would you like for me to do it?
Still pretty soft.
Mm-hmm. How many scoops you want?
Just 1.5.
Have to lay off if they.
I don't want to double that.
My nephew Trent and his 3 kids were on a week-long vacation and they swung through our part of the state. We were so very excited to see them and I took a little break. We ordered pizza. Tim went and picked up 3 kinds from Pizza Hut. We did the contactless delivery. They were all sealed. We got a cheese pizza, a 3-topping, a supreme. I made the quick salsa dip and some breadsticks, and everyone ate and had a good time visiting.
I've never had something. No,
Wave, Grayson.
Like 30 to 32 around.
Your turn over, Claire. Wave, Trent. All right. Okay, what else you got? A double? Oh, Grayson! Grayson! And both my nephew and niece like to bake, so we got back in the kitchen. Half a cup of white.
It's not they, because that's the problem is there is no person that drives the
A cup of white sugar? No, half cup. Mixed with a spoon. This was a surprise visit, but I always have everything on hand to do a lot of baking. I can almost always make my 1
2
bowl
teaspoons of
brownies,
vanilla.
but the kids
Control
picked
everything.
the cast iron skillet cookie. We've got a video for this, and I'll leave a link to that. Smile for the camera, your fans. There we go. So we added the flour, the baking soda, and the salt. Get that all together. I am so glad to have help. And Henry, you gonna do the chips?
Mm-hmm.
All right. As soon as she gets this mixed, we will add the chips. Oh, look at your muscles. Where's Grayson and those muscles?
Hey, I got muscles.
I know you do. You're strong head to toe. Gymnastics. Yeah, hi. Gotta get in there and we gotta smush it down. Get it all in there.
Yeah. All that chocolate.
You like to bake or cook or both?
Both.
Both? Thought you mostly like to bake.
Well, but both of them are really fun.
They are fun. And this is gonna be really good.
Yes.
What did you make, Ava Claire?
I made this.
What is it?
It's a skillet cookie.
Yes. Yes.
I got shocked my first time.
We're gonna let it cool a minute, then we're gonna eat it. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
I do not.